Right, Doodle Durb, 3 ways of multiplying. I'm going to look at 3 distinctive ways of doing long multiplication. We'll start with Napier's bones. There are other ways of calling this. I think the Chinese method is one of them. First off, you've got to start with the grid. This is the big thing about Napier's bones. It is sort of labour intensive on drawing the grid. Now, you don't have to draw it out of bones. You can draw it with straight lines, but I like drawing the bones, and so there we go. And if you notice that it's 3 across and 2 down to correspond to the number of digits that we're multiplying, the 148 multiplied by the 24. And notice also the 24 is on the right. Okay, let's do some multiplication then. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 4 is 8. So it's 0, 8 here. And then 1 times 2, 0, 2. So those zeros are really important. Fill in the rest. Oh, I'm doing that really, really quickly. Okay, oh, thank goodness we've got a little bit of doodling and colouring to come in. Now, what this is all about now is the diagonal. You go down the diagonal. So like 2 there, adding as you would conventionally. And so there we have 15, carrying the 1, 15 again, carrying the 1. So really important about how you carry. And then notice that what we've done is followed those diagonals down. So I'm going to try and make those diagonals a little bit clearer so that you can see them. And it's kind of like labour intensive in how you set it out. But that adding and the multiplying is really quite straightforward. And because of that, I really like it this way. And you can see there now, as I've brought out the diagonals, that it's quite clear to see how you follow those through. The orange, the blue, there we go. Right, a bit of doodling, and pass a bit of time. So there we go, 148 times 24. Okay, I think we need to hurry up now. I'm running out of things to say. Hurry up, faster. Oh, yeah, yes, 3552, 3552. Okay, now we've moved on to the next one. That's better. Box method. Again, this is a bit labour intensive, but also you've got to watch out because we put all of those zeros in. Got to get the box first. 3 columns across, 2 down, because again we're doing the same calculation. Notice the 24 is on the left this side. Important, get those zeros. Like 100 times 20 is going to be 3 zeros in the answer. And so it's all about getting those zeros in first, because that's where you can go wrong. The same multiplication is happening. Sorry about the light here, something's gone really weird with that. But what you now do have is a lot of adding. And there's all those zeros. So you've got to get that add in spot on. Now, that's 6 additions, which sometimes I think, makes it really hard because I think you're likely to get a small mistake in there. But the nice thing about this is we use it later on when we do some algebra. And we can put some quadratics in there, x's and y's and anything we want, in fact. And so for expanding quadratics, it really is a really clever method. And I like it. Lots of people find this one really nice, and they like the fact that the zeros are in there. But for me, still very labour intensive, may as well go with Napier's bones. Right, we're on the traditional method now. And this is the best method in terms of efficiency, but you do have to watch what you're doing. The biggest mistake usually is not allowing yourself enough space. So there we're multiplying by 20 first. So we put that 0 down, and that sort of moves that top row across one. Same multiplications again as we've been doing before. Don't be afraid to do some work in on the side. That really helps, I find. Don't try and hold it all in your head. Watch for the carries though, okay? This is where we get confused usually. We've got these numbers that we're carrying and they get confused with the numbers that are already in there. And so you've got to take a bit more time over that. Give yourself space. Get those columns really nicely sorted out. Okay, make sure you've spotted that top row and you use the 0 to move that top row across. And then that allows you to add appropriately. I like the traditional method. It is the most efficient, but I still think Napier's bones looks the best. Which do you prefer?